welcome to Shrimp, and I am Shrimp, and today we are ranking piggy maps from best to worst. Right, so yes, you may think this is probably an idea of Creekcraft. Yes, he did do this video, but he said that he put the link in the description. What can I say? I'm just too tempted. Okay, I'm doing it. Right. So I was going to do this on Kiss Me Maps, but then it separately did something strange. But yeah. Right, that's what it is. So it goes from Kiss Me Maps, great, average, getting a bit boring now. Then the worst is awful junk maps. Now, Chapter 11, Outpost. I'm not putting it in awful junk maps just to get up. Right. Outpost, I think, is average. I like the Outpost. I'm not saying it's a bad map. Excuse me. But yeah, I just like it. But not too much. I think there's lots of really good rooms that you can get into the Outpost. There's lots of different good passages, which I really like in the Outpost. Yeah, what can I say? I think it's just about average, that one. Chapter 1, the alleys. Remember, I'm not putting it in there, but I'm gonna put average again because it is quite hard, but to be fair, it's a great map. Because I like how in that you need to keep going back and forth to get all the items and keep having to get the key from there and putting it there, because that's a lot more of a good challenge. There's a fair amount of piggy, it's just sometimes it can get over the top, especially when it's an infection round. So that's the only reason why I'm putting it in average. Right, Chapter 7, the subway. I'm gonna put in getting a bit boring now, because I do like it, but everybody just camps down in that one aisle that you can see in that picture there. And there's not really any, there's a bit of passages, but not that much passages, to be honest. It's a average map, but it's getting a bit boring. If it was a brand new map, then that one would go in average. Right, Chapter 2, the store. I'm going to put it in great. I think, yeah, this one's great. Only reason being is because I like the passages, I like how it's fur, yeah, and it's done by IKEA as well. Yeah, I like it. It's not good enough to go in the Kiss Me maps, but I think it's a great map, yeah. And very, very good map, that one. I enjoy playing it. Carnival, let's just be real, this is the worst ever map, probably the worst map in every single game in the whole wide world. I'm telling you why. I can't say too much, because then it'd be like the video that's coming out in a couple of days of me explaining why I hate the Piggy Carnival map. But basically what it is that just puts me off this is the fact that it's one giant square. I'm not saying that all the maps that are squares are bad, I just think it's a bit worse compared to the others. And here's what it is. Because there's less buildings, that equals more corridors to keep going down and just keep looping around. That's what makes it hard. That's what makes it hard for a piggy. But when you're a player, literally it's so easy. And I've seen people glitching up to the top of the carnival, which is not good. So yeah, I'm not a good fan of carnival. Definitely not for me, that one. Chapter 10, the mall. I'm going to put it in getting a bit boring now. Only reason being is because, one, it is getting a bit boring now. But number 2 is because there's barely any spaces to go through. Literally, every time you go down a passage, Piggy is there because there's barely any spaces to keep going through. And yeah, it just annoys me, that map. If it was like the first chapter ever made, that would be going in awful junk maps, telling you now. Right, chapter 3, the gallery. I'm going to put it in. Tell you what, I'm just going to move it up here. Yeah, you're going to get surprised by this. Great. Now, I know you've probably seen Creekcrafts and everybody else's video about this. If you put a trap in the staircase, you cannot get through it. And that's the only problem. If there was another way of getting upstairs, that would be in Kiss Me maps. I absolutely love the gallery. Just need another way of getting up that place, you know? Yeah, sort that out really soon, hopefully. Chapter 6. Now, we're saving that till last. That's a main headline recently, so tell me my honest opinion about that one. You're going to be surprised, but yeah, this is my opinion, okay? You can put what yours is in discussions. Or comments if, hey, I'm such a buddy. If you wouldn't mind, check out my video. Just stops commenting on them. Right, Kiss Me maps. Yeah, let's put chapter 5 sewers in Kiss Me map. That is like the best chapter in the whole of Piggy, near enough. I just love chapter 5 sewers because it's a bit easy but a bit hard at the same time. Put them together equals the perfect Piggy game. And you've got all the graffiti, so much good artwork on there. And there's loads of different passages. And it's fur, which is another good highlight. And that's what you want in a Piggy game. So that's why it's going in Kiss Me maps, because it's really good. Forest, chapter 4. Let's be real, this is one of the worst. Not as bad as the carnival, but it's one of the worst. And I'm telling you why. Because chapter 4 has barely any room to move, and you're always dying like 1 second. So yeah, it's very hard. For the 1 second though, I don't know why I said die, because you can't die when you're a piggy, but the 1 second is the piggy thing. Because when you see a person for 1 second until they run off, and then technically you feel dead, because that's only what keeps happening in that. Because you literally, the only thing you can do near enough is run around the campfire, and that's so boring. So nah. Chapter 12. Let's put this in the greats. I absolutely love chapter 12. The only problem is that, guess what? There's not enough spaces to go through. And when I say this, you're probably like, what on earth? Because mostly when there's a lot of spaces, I call them corridors. And you think that I don't like them corridors. But it depends how fur it is with that. And that, I think, is a fur game. But if there was just like 1 or 2 more corridors, then I'd put it in there. Because it is actually fur compared to the carnival. You just need 2 more corridors, it'll be fine. Problem with that is there's too many because there's barely any spaces. Yeah, what am I doing? We may as well do chapter 9 now. Chapter 9, you're going to be surprised by this. Well, Brody the gamer isn't. A friend. Check out his channel, by the way. But, yeah. Chapter 9. City. I think City is one of the best ones in the game. I don't think it's good as sewers, but I think it's the best one. And here's why. Because there's a lot of spaces, very fur, lot of characters, and I think chapter 9 is so enjoyable with an infection. And yeah, I just like that one. What can I say? Yep, City, way up there. But we've got another great one next. Right. Guess what it is? It's Refreny. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But yeah, that's going up to the Kiss Me maps. And I'm telling you why. because it's just got so many rooms and it's so good because you can keep going down the passages. It's sort of like sewers in a way. Sorry, Brod, but I might have to put referee in front of chapter 9, if that's okay, Brod. But yeah, that's what I'm doing it so far. That's my rules so far. Station. Gonna be surprised by this because I know quite a lot of you really like the station, but I'm gonna put it in getting a bit boring now because it is generally getting a bit boring now, and to me it just seems like some gates, you know, and a couple of like layers. Yeah, in my opinion, I don't think it's as fair, and it's not as good as some of the other maps, obviously. And it is an old one, so I'm putting it in getting a bit boring now. Now, since I just said that's an old one, it should be going in getting a bit boring now. But chapter 1, it never gets boring to me. I mean, I think the original, I'm surprised that the original is still one of my favourites. Not quite as good as the city, I think. But chapter 1 is going in Kiss Me maps. Here's why. Because it's very fair, a very good start to the game. And yeah, that's just a good start to the game, and that's what I always think. The originals have to be the best because you have most of the idea. That's strange though, because some of the others are in front of it. But on the Kiss Me maps, it's just the perfect bit, and because it's fair. And I like the first chapters because you always have more of an idea and you don't know what's coming next. So you mainly have more of an idea just fixed on that one chapter. And that's why I like it, because it has more story and more fur. Now, the school. I'm not quite sure about the school. I'm going to be so surprised by this, but I'm putting it in awful junk maps. And that is because it's an awful junk map. There's barely any spaces. And the stairs... don't even talk to me about the stairs. I don't even know what to explain about the stairs. But the stairs, just bad stairs. Can I ever stop saying the word stairs? Probably not. But anyway, yeah, that's what I think on that one. Then hospital, I'm going to put it in average. Because it's an average map. It's okay. There's not that much spaces compared to some of the other maps. But yeah, I think it's quite fair. And again, not as quite. I think it's in the middle of all the maps, to be honest. Yeah, it's average. I'll give it that. Right, change background. That's interesting. Let's just change it to green. Let's see what this looks like. By the way, green isn't my favourite colour. But I'm doing it like that because normally it looks quite good because the colours are quite highlighted on here. Yeah, do tier list. I'll try and put the link for the tier list in the description. Yeah, hopefully it actually does it as a link because I've tried doing it before and it literally just looked like a type out thing. But anyway, safe place, chapter 4. Going to be so surprised by this because I know a lot of you like the safe place, but I'm putting it in getting a bit boring now, and here's why. Because when you die, this is especially happening for me. When you die, literally, I die at like the top where all like the modern stuff is, and 2 minutes later I think somebody's in like a flower room. What? How on earth would you get there? Yeah, unless you need keys to get there, because generally I'm not the best one at escaping. You should know this about me. Instead of escaping, I just try and go the opposite way that the piggy's going. I do try and escape if I want to, and I think it's quite easy to escape on that map. But I'm mainly focused on getting the piggy, because it doesn't really matter if you escape. It doesn't have like an effect on you like, yippee, I escaped. Because you still go, yippee, I escaped. Normally, unlike just like a normal round. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it there. Right, the grand finale, chapter 6. Generally, I do not have a clue. I'm trying to think. Average. Great. I'm gonna be so surprised by this. But I'm putting it and getting a bit boring now. I'm gonna be so shocked just because it's only came out. Actually, why am I changing my eyes and ears now? Yeah, it's average. Okay, it's average. Okay. Yeah, it's average. Okay. Yeah, it's average because it's average. No. Sorry about that. It's average because it is basically, it's fur. And if Willow Wolf wasn't in there, this is generally what would have happened. R.I.P. Factory. That's what would have happened. I'd hate the factory so much. But because Willow Wolf is in there, I respect the factory so much, and it's really, really fair. Tell me what you think in discussions or in the comments when Hey I'm Such a Nova. If you wouldn't mind, check out my video. Stop commenting. Thank you for watching. It's a bye from Shrimp. It's a pleasure being a shrimp. And bye from Shrimp. Shrimp.